Hello, everyone. Good evening to all. Yeah, it's live meeting. Sir, any network or technical issue? No, no, no. I'm sharing the screen. Wait. Just working out with some things. Am I audible and visible to all? Yeah, Anushka, meeting is started. It's just starting, or you can say it started. Uh, SRN network or no, Jayo, no technical. Yes, sir. Good evening, Zach Knight. With audible and visible. Yes. That's the thing I am waiting for. Like I should be super audible and super visible to all. So I hope that my screen is visible to all and my audio is also clear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Sure. So where we were? We were with the cross-site scripting path. Just wait for a second. Hmm. We should solve in your persistent cross-site scripting. So we are done with it now. Uh, okay. दो दो click है. Yes, yesterday I was not able to attend lecture. Will I get certificate? Okay, you can ask Zach to the DevTown support. They will answer. Ayush, Ayushka Mishra, Shivam sir. Sure. So, what were the main key points of the yesterday's lecture? So, what anyone remember? What were the main key points of the yesterday's lecture? Like, just I want to give you a recap. You can say just main points of the previous lecture. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Anyone with the key points of the lecture? Document.cookie. Okay. So the main key points we did the to-do list practical. Everyone was waiting for it. So there is another to-do list practical to do. So let's go for the reflected cross-site scripting. There are two types of cross-site scripting: non-persistent vulnerabilities like reflected cross-site scripting, which get the processed by the backend server, and DOM-based cross-site scripting, which is completely processed on the client side and never reached back to the backend server. Like it will never reach to the backend server. Unlike persistent cross-site scripting that we have done before, non-persistent cost. What was the persistent part? Like it gets stored in the database, then reloads every time when the person or any another person launches that things. So that's hacker use command to get sensitive info. Abhi, the point is, this is a general goal for every hacker. I don't want to make it like some movie thing, but yeah, sir, I couldn't attend yesterday lecture. No problem. Just go for there are recordings of the lectures available on the DevTown board. Okay. So better. Okay, hackers use. So unlike the persistent cross-site scripting, non-persistent cross-site scripting vulnerabilities are temporary and non-persistent through page refreshes and server attacks only affected the target user and will not affect the other user who visited the page. The same thing I was explaining. The non-persistent cross-site scripting, which is also as a reflected cross-site scripting, doesn't affect the database part. I will show you. Reflected cross-site scripting occurs when our input reaches to the backend server and get returned to us without filtered or sanitized. Like we ask for something and it comes back to us. There are many cases in which our entire input might get returned to us, like the error messages or the confirmation messages. In these cases, we may attempt using cross-site scripting payloads to see whether they executed. However, these are temporary messages. Once we move from the page, they would never execute. Hence, they are not persistent. I think this thing will be clear to you. Reflected cross-site occurs when our input reaches the backend server. Like the it reaches to the backend server and get returned to us. It get returned to us without filtered or sanitized. There are many cases in which our entire input gets returned to us, like an error message or confirmation messages. Like I will show you how to do it. As we can see, we get the task test, like we done it before. Now I will show you. Like people were asking practical. If the practical is possible, I will do it. So you will see some of our input, like DevTown. Do your own marketing yourself. DevTown. So yeah, you will see the DevTown thing is like task DevTown couldn't be added. So you can see this is reflected over there. So instead, we can add something here, some command to get sensitive info, and it will be reflected here. That's what the reflected cross-site scripting works. Like we ask something without get sanitized, go to the backend server, and it done backs. Just like you can, let's try something new. Like edit properties there is some another image. Just a second, I am trying to do something new but not possible, so leave it. Like the DevTown part, if we ask for something, first of all let me check something. Day 2, thanks. Hi guys. Sir, I am not received any payment. Which payment? Yeah. Yes. Hi. Hi guys, Lokesh. Sir, will you use Lokesh? I am using web because the thing is for web. Why I use, if I use like if I use some supports figure worth it or from practices on that, exactly worth it. Jayo, I am not taking your name wrong. If from which country you are? So let's go with the thing is like we get to know it is a reflected part test, which could include the test as a part of the error message. If our input was not filtered sanitized, the page will might not be vulnerable to cross-site scripting. We will try the sample payload like so. Let's do it. The what they are asking is they tried this old script one. Let's do it again. I think I got some point. Let's copy that thing again. Let's copy it. I will explain to you what they were saying. Like these are the excellent resources to learn for. I always like if DevTown is shown now, there is very high chances that like you will see the task this card not like you get some empty commas. Why you get some empty commas? You will see. Let's add it again. You will got an alert from them and okay and this thing. So let's explain why we got this. Okay, I have to use it. Dig them. Once we add, we get an alert pop-up. Like we got a pop. In this case, we could see the error message new. Task couldn't be added. Since our payload is wrapped with the script tag, it does not get rendered by the browser. So we get an empty code instead. The thing in script tag is a JavaScript code and it is not rendered by our browser. So we get an empty single code instead. We can once again view the page source to confirm that the error message includes the cross-site scripting part. So let's do it again. So it's like I will try to explain to you as much I can. Okay. Now you can see now the task this could not like let's let me open the text part. I think I got their point. Let me open the text part. Where to open the text? कहाँ है? टेस्टिंग वैसे भी नहीं चला पाया था. So like this is something we need to do it. This some script. The main thing is script tag. So the task, like we see the 1 comma here, like this thing. There is a with the comma, but wait, no, semicolon. These symbols, I forgot what is their name. So we can see that symbol here. Script alert.windows script this symbol. Then we also got this symbol, empty one, could not be detected. Then we also got the end symbol. So we see the thing is sanitized. So as we have scripted single code instead of the payloads, if we visit the reflected the page, the error message is no longer appears and could have a cross-site script payload is not executed, which means the cross-site scripting bundle is indeed non-persistent. So here we get an idea because the previous error message was not given. Hello. Inverted camera means yeah, I also practice myself. Go for the Let's Defend. They have also put security lab. So it's not affected thing. So let's. But if we get cross-site vulnerability is non-persistent, how we get the victims in for it? That depends on which HTTP request is used to send our input to the server. We can also check this through the Firefox developers tool by clicking on the Control-Shift-I and selecting the Network tab. And then we can see the test payloads again and add to send it. Like it's a PHP one. As we can see, the first row of shows our request, get request is used. Normally, get request will be used. User sending the payload. So to the target a user, we send a URL containing our payload. So it's a HTTP request. So we'll send the payload in the URL part. To get the URL, we can copy the URL from the URL bar in a Firefox after sending our cross-site scripting payload, or we can right click on the get and leave it. I will tell you. So let's do that thing again. What we gonna do it? We'll paste the thing like there was a very test. We will simply add the test. So here you can see the thing is it's a HTTP request going from here. There's a PHP page, and we will task instead of task we will add this. So let's see what happens. So again we got an alert, and this thing is also again. So yeah, it's not, this thing is not being sanitized. We can see from here like this thing is not being sanitized. So once we get the victim visit the URL, the XOR will execute. We see na payload executed ho gaya. So let's to get the flag, use the same payload in use above, but change the JavaScript code to the cookie instead of showing the URL. It's a very simple. I think it should be very simple. So here we are playing with the this part. Let's see. Yeah, we get it again. Like I think it should be right now. Let's see if it is right or not. We are right. So can't reach the IP address. Okay, you will have to open the hack the box for it. Oh, let not be the case. I might, yeah. Sorry, guys, if you are getting some wrong video, my VPN was again open. I was solving lab. Sorry for it. I am distracted my VPN. Now it will work very fine. Okay. Sir, how can we submit bugs like crack jacking, OS injection, plus, first of all, reach that level? Sir, is DuckDuckGo more reliable than Google or other search engine? In case every search engine has some downsides and upsides, DuckDuckGo is like they can't steal the info to sellers. Sir, please explain beginner friendly. Thing is, the cross-site scripting is itself a difficult thing. It's not that easy. You can't say, "Oh, I got the grasp of it." No, it's not that easy. It takes time. Like the DOM base is very, very difficult. Like I am saying it because I have done it. I will try my best to explain because the reason it needs the prerequisites. There are many prerequisites to do it. So we get some another part. Let's the third party and final type of cross-site filtering is a non-persistent type called DOM based. Like it is also the non-persistent thing, which reflected the cross-site scripting sends the input data to the backend server and through HTTP request. DOM cross-site scripting is completely processed on the client side through the JavaScript code. Am I clear to all? Yeah, now this type of confidence I need, yeah. Raj, students come here. Okay, am I I'm saying, are you understanding the topic? Just waiting for everyone replies. Someone like someone written US sir. Hey, I am new here. Nice. Okay, let's do it again. So the third is the non-persistent type, the DOM based, which reflects like it is done. So we can run the server below and see the examples of to-do list. Test, next task, test. So we can run the server below to see example of the DOM base, like document object model. I think I don't know why. I think I should not explain the DOM part. Oh, sorry. Instead of explaining DOM cross-site scripting, I should go for what is DOM. So I should explain what is DOM. It will take time. JOP, it's not paid. Document object model, I think, yeah. Practice या learning के लिए try hack me and the hack the box are nice. Like they are made some beautiful content. Sports visual labs are like more of practice, but yeah, you can do it. Introduction to DOM web APIs, it will take time. The document object model is a data representation object that compromise the structure or blah 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 blah. The thing is, I was like MDM web docs. Many people knows about it. Like there's the master thing for the web dev people. So I just give you suggestion. Read the DOM once here. Tomorrow I will explain the DOM part. Okay. Today you have to read this topic. I am DOM. I am like for few seconds it's there. It will be there. Then, sir, I'm using From 2 years, my streak is 347 days. Nice, yeah. Equals of the chapter. Okay. मेरी तो बहुत कम है मेरी 2 बार टूटी है ना स्ट्रीक. There is no as such prerequisites to learn DOM, but you have little bit knowledge of web dev will be better. Okay, chalo. Let's go back to the topic. But defacing. Defacing. Now that we understand the different types of cross-site scripting, various methods of discovering cross-site scripting vulnerabilities in the web pages, we can start learning how to exploit these cross-site scripting vulnerabilities. As previously mentioned, the damage and the scope of cross-site scripting attacks depends on the type of cross-site scripting. Stored cross-site scripting being the most critical, while DOM-based are being less so. The reason I didn't explain the DOM-based was that like not much valuable. One of the most common attacks usually used with stored cross-site scripting vulnerabilities is website defacing attacks. Defacing a website means changing its looks for anyone who visits the website. Like they can do now, they can change the look of the website. It is very common for hackers group to deface a website to claim that they had successfully hacked it. Like just for imagine your school website or the college website looks like some they have put some fancy actress photos or some actors photo on the website. So yeah, dream of every hacker. Like when the hacker faced the UK National Health Services (NHS). Just for a second, I'm getting call. Okay. So like this was I know that incident. It was held in back in 2018. Let's do it. NHS website defaced by the hackers. Like they defaced the whole thing and put it here. So if they have defaced it, what type of cross-site scripting it will be? Persistent or non-persistent? Answer this question. If they have changed the look for everyone, echoes of the chapter, like I know you. Uh, in which year of college you are? Echoes of the chapter. In which year of college you are? Persistence here. It's right. Yeah. Waiting for your reply. Echoes of the chapter. Which year of college you are? ये तो डैड गेमर ने बोला ना. Echoes of the chapter. So wait. I was thinking it's a persistent one because it changed for everyone. So any tech enthusiast can read it. So what's the status about your job? Like you are doing finding it or not? One of the most common, let's be defacing part. Defacing is a website which means changing its looks. Such attacks can carry the great media echo and may significantly affect the company's investment and share prices, especially for banks and technical firms. Although many vulnerabilities may be utilized to achieve the same thing, stored in the cross-site shifting vulnerabilities among the most used vulnerabilities for doing so. Defaced in elements, we can utilize the injected JavaScript code through cross-site scripting to make a web page may look any way we like. However, defacing a website is usually used to send a simple message that we successfully hacked you. So, for HTML element usually used like the you should know it. DOM.inner HTML, document.title, document body. Like you have to know about them prerequisitely. Wait, like, I don't have. I applied 25 plus companies, but job ही नहीं मिल रही. I- Like these things happens. Just try to apply. Don't find look for the remote job. Just go for the anyway. They are like relocating part. Like, did you ever reach the interview round? Roadmap for hacking. I have already told you. There is a website roadmap.sh. So they have. सचिन 3 प्रैक्टिकल कर चुका हूँ मैं अभी इधर. Like I have done the 3 practical now on the screen. Like up, to-do list one was the practical for it. I will do it for it now. Changing the background. Let's do the cross-to-code cross-site scripting exercise. Use it like I already told it will be the persistent one cross-site scripting. X and use it a basic cover attacks. You can use go back to the stored cross-site scripting to spawn the server and follow this. Let's do it. सॉरी इसमें प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है सॉरी टू डू लिस्ट में जाके कर देते हैं फुल एच हिस्ट्री पर में भी आएगा और वो सैंडबॉक्स एनवायरनमेंट होता है ना चलो लेट्स वेट फॉर लेट्स just give me 2 seconds. I will open that previous part. Like, let's do it again. I will show you how this. Or in the next part, I should go for it. Okay, let's wait. Let me go to the previous thing. Reflected cross-site scripting. Open the to-do list again. Sorry. Let's again do the practical. Some people are begging, I think. So here is the to-do list part. So we were in the defacing. So let's do it. Like it was a reflected one, I think, or not. I will check it. Wait, let's see. Uh, it's a reflected one. Oh, see, no? We can do it because it was reflected. It was like you can say, see it here. From like we have changed the color of the website because it got stored in the website. Then again, it was loaded and it changed the whole color. So you can do the various things from it. Like you can also these payloads will be available to you at the end of the like 5 days. I will tell you the where you can get these payloads. So you got the hack the box logo here. So these things, like I will show you how they are working. Like in the network part, you can see. Uh, so they are using get request, and here is our do it. Data transfer. You can say it's like a very high data transfer. So it go into HTML file. Like there were 4 files, or you can say HTML. You know the body. CSS is the style. JavaScript is the code, and the SVG is the like vector type. So it's using HTTP 1.1. So it's already very low version. DNS origin system stuffed origin when cross origin strict ये छोड़ दो आप. Like मैं तो यहीं से कुकी निकाल सकता था. You can see na, like I can get the data from here also. because the uh, it is stored in the browser, so I can get the info from here. Many things can be getting from here, like you can do the whole day if you want. Okay, Hardik, go with the normal part. Uh, yeah, it's cool. Cross-site scripting is a cool thing until you are doing it originally. So let's do some another part also. Let's do some another practical part also. Let's go for this. डॉक्यूमेंट डॉट टाइटल, अब डॉक्यूमेंट का टाइटल ही चेंज हो जाएगा. वही गलत टू डू हो गई ना. वेयर इज द इशू? Changing page title. Let's. I can't understand why did happen. इधो हुआ ना document like this was the title I was thinking for this, but sorry, this thing changed. Changing the plain text get element that by ID. This is some, like you can say it. Uh, Here we will add some different script. Let's see if it works or not. New test. So we do it. We have done many of the things. So that's how the defacing works. Now the phishing part. Let's switch to. Oh, I should do it or not. I should do that. Make it complete for better for me. Okay. I hope everyone is understandable. Chandra Chakradhar. It's illegal to do it. Is it clear to everyone? Jacob, I think you are frustrated. Uh, Chalo, another very common type of cross-site scripting is phishing attack. Phishing attack usually utilize a legitimate-looking information to trick the victim into sending their sensitive information to the attacker. A common form of cross-site scripting phishing attack is through injecting the fake login forms that sends. Like we send, like you see now, we do defacing. Instead of that, we can put the whole code for the, but you can say the whole code for the login page and send it to yourself. So that's also a use of the cross-site scripting. I will explain you a common form of like fake login pages, which may lead to the user to login on their behalf and gain access. Furthermore, we suppose that we will identify a cross-site scripting vulnerability in the web application for a particular organization. In that case, we can use such an attack as phishing simulation exercise, which will also help us to evaluate the security awareness of the organization employees, especially if they trust the web vulnerabilities. Like it's a common practice they do in the SOC team. Or echo of the chapter, you are telling a lie. 10 ईयर से कर रहे हो, जॉब नहीं मिली, नॉट पॉसिबल. लाइक मैं अब लिंक्डइन पे, इंडीड पे भी जाऊँ ना, इफ आई गो टू द लीव इट यार, लाइक नॉट ओके. Like I do a simple search, how many cyber security jobs will be there in 2026. Like I assume next year के देखते हैं. Like there will be 1 million cybersecurity professional by 2026. अभी तो talent gap चल रहा है यार. There is a talent gap between that, especially high end like cloud security threat hunting incidents response in the US. Like 35% increase will be there from 221 to 231. Thus, in 10 years of much average or falling. Why it is so demand? Like this thing when can be get from the single simple search. I was doing Splunk nowadays. Like I am learning that too. EDR, CrowdStrike, and Sentinel-1. So leave that thing. Let's turn back to basics. It is not accessible to hack the box, create a Docker instance for you to access that website. You can't access that website without a Docker instance. Rohit Kumar, I am working as a system and network administrator at the Proceeded. It's a company in the Spain, so better not say it. I am a working professional in Proceeded. So we start by attempting the finding cross-site scripting vulnerabilities in the web application at the phishing, which from the server at, and this section we will visit the website. We will see there is a simple image viewer. We can put like there is an image. We will go to that website. Wait. It will take time. Time for attendance. Uh, yeah, time for attendance. Let me remove the screen from here. Attendance link will be shared. Don't say present here. Splunk I am doing right now. Like you can see, I was doing something. I can show you. Local host पे चला रहा हूँ कि नहीं अभी ठीक याद नहीं. हाँ चल रहा है. Splunk I was working on. Like I was doing some challenge on the Splunk. Like cross-site scripting is done for today. Okay, this is some general thing someone was asking. So I am doing the Splunk analysis right now. I'm also in between some issue. I can't solve it now because I'm waiting someone to do it. So that's how the Splunk look like. So yeah, I'm working on Splunk. Uh, Splunk setup video later someday in the lecture. मुझे आपको कॉन्टेक्ट करना. A Splunk is a blueprint tool. That's you are wrong. But Splunk is the blueprint tool. Splunk is a blueprint tool. It's like solely a blueprint tool. So, any doubts? Any doubts, guys? Uh, I'm not doing it now because you can say like it will be too much for you today because you have to learn about the like okay learn about this thing also. What is netcat? Why it is used? Dhananjay, you can ask it as ओपन करो जैस्मिन देखो क्या कर दूं. Okay. So, any doubts? You know, at the last day, we generally give the project. The project part is generally at the last day. It is not done. Any doubts, or should I like I am in between of something I don't know to start it or not or right now because this thing like requires a clean mind of the person. Like phishing is itself a topic to explain. So I will explain the phishing part. Sir, I have found a vulnerability in the website of hostel through which I can easily access the database of the hostel. How should I report that? I have done that using Burp Suite and ZAP. Very nice here. Aditya. Sorry, Aditya. बढ़िया रिपोर्ट करो फायदा नहीं होगा. They will not give the money. I know that. Sir, waiting for the project. What kind of project we have to take? We have to make the whole site of what? Jayo web dev. It is not a web tech project. Sarika, tell them about this to the DevTown board. Okay. So will you teach us bug bounty? Yeah. Ask the DevTown board. They will answer these queries. Like I will explain the phishing part for now. What is anyone know what is phishing? Like normal phishing, anyone know? Srivati Singh Chauhan, I didn't understand what you are asking. Anyone know phishing? What is phishing in general? Like in common words. What's phishing? Tell na, what is phishing? Social engineering attack. Okay, that's one parameter for it. The phishing is like putting some bait. Like we put na bait in when we try to fish. Like we go to the some fish, we want to eat some fish or we want to capture a fish. We put something, a meat piece or some other food to get the fish. Similarly, like fake login pages or scamming through the links, login credentials steals. We can steal the login credential from it. Like putting something fake which look like a real, like there is a website. If it in some letters H can be written in something else. Yeah, these are the general phishing meaning. A trap basically, yeah. Saad said a trap. Fake data. No, trap pattern. A trap. So this is what we're gonna do. We can inject our code, we know. So why not injecting a whole new page? Why not? Ravi Parmar, yeah, that's also a one scenario. So like this is a general phishing mean. Any another doubt, guys? So the thing is, phishing is itself like morely you can say. Uh, just a second, I was thinking something. Uh, if you know some famous phishing attacks, like what we do in the cross-site scripting phishing, we know we can add a code in the website. So why not add a full folder? Yeah, Hitesh itself. I seen you on LinkedIn, I think. Hitesh Bhagat. DevTown sport Dhananjay. If anyone have doubt like this, like Dhananjay have, go to the DevTown sport. They will answer these queries. So generally, when someone like we can add a full folder to the if we can add the code, we can add something in which we can add a full code for the we can create a fake login page in the trusted website. So that's how the phishing works. Yes, status boy अब टॉन्ट मार रहे हो कि नहीं मुझे पता ही नहीं लग रहा. Okay, so I think I think I am clear with it. Sir, you LinkedIn ID I'm not gonna give. So that's what the thing is. That's how generally the phishing works. So here we gonna what we're gonna do. I will explain it tomorrow, but I want to give the hint to you. Like this is the full login page. Please log in to continue. We will add this header, and this is the HTML code. In the above HTML code, our IP is the IP of our VM, in which we can find the IP.8. We can do it like you can do it your IP part. So ठीक है ये तुम जीरो पता है किसी को क्या होता है एनीवन नो व्हाट इज TUN zero so if okay let's see my networking basics are working or not if config so there are many IP addresses like this is a Docker IP address I am using a Docker Kali box I have given the alias as the name so that's the Docker part like because I work as a Kubernetes management here so this is the Docker I am working on let's leave it exit exit नहीं चलता क्या sorry so clear if config so generally when you sorry generally when you go with na if config things you will see many things here so if and only if like my network is connected to the Wi-Fi so I am getting this IP address if same thing was connected to some landline so I will get the IP4 address from here because it but it's not there my net address is not there it's giving the loopback address or you can see the Docker is giving inet address because it I'm running that thing So these are the like different type of network addresses we have. तुषार अटेंडेंस होगी है, किस्मत होगी अगर कॉपी में होगी अटेंडेंस है. I have pasted it again. You can put that thing in the video. So this is the networking thing. Like there are the different IP addresses. So you have to get. So if I am connected to some, my network speed will go down for some seconds. Sudo open VPN. I am connected to some lab VPN. I can say. Leave it. Sir, yesterday attendance issue. Anjali. Anjali, we have to last 10th. Nice, yeah. IP config. I have never used it. Let's do it. No, I will not get disconnected. This will not happen, I know. So that's how the networking part works in the cyber. Okay, nice. So I was explaining things like you can put your IP address here. So in the above HTML code, our IP address is the IP of our victim, VMware, of our VM, which we can find with the IPA command. So please log into input, blah, 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 blah. Next, we should cross-site scripting code that tests the vulnerability to form. To write a HTML code, we will document dot write. Like this is generally done in a JavaScript to write something. Like this whole code is in this part. Now we can inject that code. We injected that payload into the website. So it get reflected because we know the coding works that way. It will get the website and sorry for disturbance. Sir, what skates do I have to heard about it like orchestration tool or something? Okay, Kates like Kubernetes, like Kubernetes from K to S. There are 8 letters in between. That's why it's called Kates. And orchestration tool is like there are many pods are running on it. So to orchestrate that all that things to command like orchestra works. That's why it's a orchestration Kubernetes and orchestration tool. Yes, I am using the Prime Linux OS. Yeah, Prime, I am using Linux OS. So we will see cleaning up. We can see that the form URL is displayed, which defeats our lines. Please log in to continue. So to encourage the victim to, we should remove the URL field such that may be thing. So like we have used some जब आप जाओगे ना तो you will see your snippet here. To remove that part, they have used document.getElement.remove to remove the like header part of the. Sir, isn't there any can limits in the profile element possibility? Nice question. Nice question. 99.9% of times, you can say 80% of the times there is a limit. How to bypass that limit? Use Burp Suite, open the Burp Suite, put that thing there because majority of time our browser have issues. So server side doesn't have any. If there is a server side thing, we can't do anything there. So but they don't have. Generally, they don't have because they will run too much problem. How much payload? Like you are asking the length. You can see if there is. I think today's browser doesn't have that issue. So you will not get that issue on today's thing. It was like earlier things. So to get the ID element, there is the inspect, and we will see the dot get element. Tantana, we have the login and password of the credential. So yeah, that's the nice thing. So we can remove function to remove. Tomorrow, I think. So That's all from my side. I will do the practical, but it will take too much time, so I'm not doing it right now. Like this is creating your server. So goodbye, guys. That's all for today's lecture. I have explained you the main concept of cross-site scripting. Now, very less cross-site scripting is part is left. Like only the three things are left. Okay. Yeah, everyone do have some dreams. So goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Bye bye.